This armed Border Patrol agent standing 25 feet away did not deter them.
Oh. How does North Korea have better border security than America?
What's up, babe?
Hey, what's up?
So have you heard about the migration crisis?
Or
the immigration crisis?
Yes and no.
Okay, so a lot of people have been coming from Mexico into Texas, into New York City, and to California.
Now, I did hear that the governor in Texas, he was having the migrants bus to New York.
For good reason.
Okay. And so now there was something that was going on where basically the migrants there are overtaking New York, and New York is at its limit.
They're struggling. They don't have any money left.
Right, exactly.
But they are an asylum state.
Okay.
And I think that law should go away because the people that are there, like, they're kicking the homeless out of the shelter.
Yes, I did hear about that as well.
American citizens.
Where Americans who were homeless are being displaced out of shelters.
Yes.
To
accommodate
people who aren't American citizens.
Yes.
Now, I also heard that this was happening in Chicago, in Detroit, and a lot of different other areas.
The communities are fighting back, but then you have to ask, who did you vote for?
Okay, yeah, right. Who's allowing this?
Who is allowing
Why aren't our borders secure?
Why
is anybody just coming into this country?
And why are they getting privileges that American citizens themselves don't even have?
Yeah. You know what? I did hear about a video where there was a homeless man who was upset, and he was going off because he had been living in a homeless shelter for some time, and they kicked him out.
I'm homeless. I work a full-time job, 40 hours, and getting paid to live here. How the are y'all gonna bring somebody else here?
Just think about who is in office now and
what's going to be done about it.
Ding, ding, ding.
Okay. All right, cool. Well, let's go ahead and bring this up. Let's pull this display up, and let's jump into it, y'all. Leave your thoughts in the chat.
The number of migrants arriving at the southern border is unprecedented. So what's the fastest growing group among them? Chinese migrants. We saw large groups, including many from the middle class, come through a 4-foot gap at the end of a border fence 60 miles east of San Diego.
Just after sunrise, we saw the first group of migrants make their way from Mexico through a gap between the 30-foot steel border fence and rocks, ducking under a bit of razor wire and into the United States.
Oh!
We were surprised to see the number of people coming through from China, nearly 7,000 miles away.
That's the border wall?
Careful, watch.
It's not a wall, it's a fence.
Our cameras, and at one point, this armed Border Patrol agent standing 25 feet away, did not deter them.
So, how old are you?
I'm 20 years old.
This man, a college graduate, told us he hoped to find work in Los Angeles. Over 4 days, we witnessed nearly 600 migrants, adults and children, pass through this hole and onto U.S. soil unchecked, littered with travel documents from around the world.
Now, think about this. Why would you leave your passport? Why would you leave your passport?
So you could claim a different identity or something. That's what I'm thinking. Because that's your identification.
Right. That means you also don't plan to go back.
Well, that too. Wow.
And so they're going to talk about what they are doing. Because
man.
So when
this
you
is
come
the first
into
time
America,
that I've seen something like this.
Illegally. They're coming here illegally and leaving their passports.
Right, yeah.
So America, we can't identify you. The Border Patrol is standing there allowing them to do it. And so that means, like, why would you check someone into this country without proper identification?
Right, exactly.
How can you do a proper background check?
Right.
Because they were just talking about, you know, letting them in the country.
Right.
So think about it. Because what they're going to say is China will not accept these people back.
Yeah.
So say, for instance, America says you can't stay here. You have to go back. And China can say no.
Yeah, right.
So then what?
Right. They'll sit here detained until they get citizenship or something. Right. But I think the other thing is that would China allow American citizens to come into their country
like this illegally, like just sneak into the country?
Right. They're not even sneaking. They're just walking around.
Oh, yeah.
They're walking around the fence.
And then Border Patrol comes.
Yeah, unless like the authorities are just sitting there. Yeah, and they're helping them.
Do you think we would get shot if we tried to like sneak into China like this?
Yeah. I mean, shot. I don't know. Shit, North Korea don't play that either. How does North Korea have better border security than America?
Something is going on.
That ain't right. This ain't adding up.
With the help of a translator, we learned a little about the Chinese migrants coming through. Was this a trip expensive?
这次来会花很多钱啊。Yeah.
She said it was, and that she sold her house to cover the $14,000 cost of her trip to the U.S.
$14,000.
Right, yeah.
$14,000.
Yeah.
But you come here and you need a job.
Right.
What jobs? Like, our economy is struggling too. So you feel like you could come here illegally just so America can give you a job, some place to stay, and what?
I mean, and I get
that's not
it.
fair. You should you should do it the right way if you want those things, because that means you're taking away
from somebody who's doing it the right way.
Right.
Right. I get that, and I get that America has a lot more opportunity than other places in the world. The thing that I
why not go to Canada?
Because Canada don't play that. Canada, you can't come to Canada and you can't immigrate into Canada and become a Canadian citizen unless you have some money. They want to make sure that you're going to be a contributing member to society.
So why not do that for America? Why do we have to? And I'm not saying they're riffraffs, but you're coming here illegally. You're not doing it the right way. How can the American government ensure you're, you
have good intentions?
Right.
Because the other thing is that there's not just Chinese citizens there, but they had mentioned that there are people from other countries as well.
The difference is they get to seek asylum.
Right.
Here.
Right.
And who else? Venezuelans get to do it as well.
Mm-hmm.
So.
But my thing is that we don't know what the intentions are of anybody who's crossing the border illegally.
Right. And my thing is, if you're doing this illegally, I'm just going to automatically assume that, especially since a lot of them are middle class, that, I don't know.
Spies. Yeah. Let's say it. Spies for the CCP. Who knows?
I mean, you just don't know.
Yeah.
And to me, this is endangering American citizens.
Yeah. This is an issue of national security.
Definitely.
This is an issue of national security, and it looks like it's not taken serious at all.
And look, she got the thumbs up like, we okay?
Yeah.
Yay. I got here illegally, but let's go.
All right, let's continue.
Last year, U.S. Customs and Border Protection reported 37,000 Chinese citizens were apprehended crossing illegally from Mexico into the U.S. Many of the migrants told us they made the journey to escape China's increasingly repressive political climate and sluggish economy. We wondered how all of these migrants knew about this particular entryway into California. The answer was in their hands.
Online.
How do you know about that?
Probably TikTok.
Oh, you learned on TikTok.
Oh!
TikTok is a social media platform created in China.
Y'all,
Oh,
you learn so much from TikTok.
Oh, man.
And
that's crazy.
this is why they wanted to shut TikTok down.
Yeah.
I think they should have been.
Damn. That is crazy. TikTok telling you how to get into America. For free.
The post we found had step-by-step instructions for hiring smugglers and detailed directions to that hole we visited. We were struck by just how orderly and routine it all seemed. The migrants walked about a half-mile down a dirt road and waited in line for U.S. Border Patrol to arrive so they could surrender. The land they're waiting on is owned by 75-year-old Jerry Schuster.
The whole world seems to know there's a way in and it's on your property.
They're all doing this. They're all doing this. When they come over here, they come with the suitcases. They come prepared with the computers just like...
Schuster owns 17 acres just north of the border fence and a quarter-mile outside of Yucumba Hot Springs, California.
You came through the front door.
I came through the front door.
And what do you think about this?
They don't care. They come through their whole, like, they come into their own country over here. And nobody do nothing about it.
Have you ever just yelled, "Get out of here"?
Well, they say, that was like 4 months ago. There was 8 guys start knocking my trees and start burning my trees on the other side. So I told them, please don't do that. Please don't. They start surrounding me. I went home and I got my gun and I shoot in the air. They arrest me.
They arrested you?
Yeah, they arrest me.
On your property?
Yeah, on my property. Yeah, just because I asked them not to burn the trees, not to knock the fences.
So wait.
That's his property.
Wait. There were illegal immigrants on his property burning trees.
Now she just keeps calling them migrants.
All right, fine. Migrants.
They're illegal.
Because they want to be politically correct. Fine.
That's not politically correct.
Fine.
Calling them migrants is not politically correct.
All right.
They are entering the country illegally.
All right. He would ask them to stop burning trees on his property, and he shot a gun in the air to warn them to stop. The police came
and arrested him.
Not
Not the illegal people that's entered the country. They arrested him.
That is...
But it gets worse.
That is crazy.
It gets worse.
That is crazy.
Find out what they did to him next.
And they arrest me. They put me in a police car and just protected my own land.
Yeah.
Schuster wasn't charged, but his gun was confiscated.
If you had to guess, how many migrants do you think you've seen come through here?
Maybe 3,000 a week.
3,000 a week?
I would say that, yes. Because this is ongoing deal.
And they just relaxing on his land. Like he got a Hilton hotel and they just like, what's up? And for me, I thought that you could tell people to get off your property. I thought you could, say for instance, our property here.
Yeah.
If anybody came, and when people come, I'll be like, I'm not interested. Please get off my property and stuff like that. Why can't he protect his property? It makes it seem like they are rightfully there.
Yeah, like squatters' rights or something like that. So my thing is that once they're on his property, are they just walking into America and going to California or something? Like, what's going on?
So the Border Patrol is picking them up.
And okay, all right.
The Border Patrol picks them up and they surrender, and then they're processed.
Oh, okay. All right, go ahead and play it.
About 2 hours after these migrants arrived, we saw the Border Patrol pull up, broadcasting recorded instructions in Mandarin. The migrants were driven to a detention facility near San Diego, where they are given background checks. Some are interviewed. Typically, within 72 hours, they are released into the United States and can begin the process of filing an asylum claim.
A lot of the Chinese nationals that had failed asylum cases weren't able to get passports to be put on the plane to be sent back, so we can't send you back.
Damn!
Based on our review of data from Immigration and Customs Enforcement, there are at least 36,000 Chinese who have been ordered by...
That's why they do it on purpose.
Oh, my goodness
Because they know
gracious.
China's not going to accept them back, so it's like, America, you have to take me now.
Right, exactly. And that's something that they're not talking about, is that once their asylum papers fail and China says we're not taking them back and they don't have a passport or whatever, then what happens? They're just released into the country.
America's like, I guess so.
That's crazy.
Now, the energy is not the same because when you see like other people entering the country this way, it seems like there's violence towards them.
Okay.
That's from my perspective.
Right. So when you see Latinos or when you see Haitians or other races of people, you think the attitude is different?
It feels different. It seems like America
is giving a pass to the Chinese migrants.
Yeah, because, I mean...
Or illegal aliens or aliens.
The way they run into the country is like they're catching a flight or they just arrived, on vacation.
Right.
As opposed to, when I seen the Haitians sneak in or the Mexicans sneak in, like
they were rounding them up,
and some of them was getting beat.
Yeah, they was rounding them up like cattle.
It is these pictures of Border Patrol agents on horseback pushing migrants into the river.
Oh, this is wild.
They're putting them in single file lines.
This is crazy.
And then they're, being bussed to locations.
U.S. courts to leave the country.
But listen, excuse me, I don't think anybody should be beat. I don't think anybody should be, I guess, rounded up or herded like cattle. But I don't think they should be treated like they're on vacation either. Like, why is it so hard to secure the border?
Right.
Because...
I agree with that. Especially with how you see something like this going on and you see a Border Patrol agent out there. Mm-hmm. It's like they know what's going on. They see points of entry where people are sneaking into the country, yet they're not doing anything to police it.
This don't make any
sense. It don't make no sense. It don't make no sense at all. And that's my issue. How is it that how is it that our government is assisting illegal immigrants, yet we're struggling?
Plus, they're attempting to, because remember Nikki Haley, she was like, millennials and Gen Z, y'all gonna have to work till y'all 70.
Yeah.
So the age that we're gonna have to work is being, it's increasing.
Mm-hmm. Work harder.
Okay.
Yeah, work till you die. And let illegal immigrants into the country.
And then do what? Like how... Like, where are the jobs gonna come from? Like, and it feels like, I feel like they took our jobs.
They're taking our job.
And as funny as that is, it's like there's so many people coming here. They're looking for jobs. Mm-hmm. But I think the American people should be supported first. Like, look at what happened to our vets. So many veterans are homeless out on the street. They can't get health care because the VA, who knows what they're doing.
And that's my thing. If we want to let immigrants into this country, I'm perfectly okay with that.
Yes, the right way.
People can come to this country, they can seek asylum, seek shelter, have a better life. But my thing is for America to take care of Americans first. Because American people are really going through it right now.
Yeah. But it's like the people in the government, they're getting their little money. They're getting...
I don't know what is going on. I don't know what is going on with Joe Biden.
You can't take everybody.
I don't know who's in control, who's the head of this situation that is allowing Border Patrol agents not to arrest, deport, or keep people from coming into this country. I don't know, like how that gap right there hasn't been sealed up.
And then they put it on TikTok, and it's
it's on TikTok, and it's just like, hey, this is how you get into America. Yeah. We don't care who you are. National security.
Like, they don't care about Americans.
Right. Let's go ahead and continue.
But China is notorious for not taking back its citizens, and the U.S. can't force China to accept them. So then what happens if they have a failed claim but they can't go back to China?
That's a very good question. They're stuck in this limbo.
Last year, 55% of Chinese migrants were granted asylum, compared to 14% for every other nationality.
Oh.
They know that thing is there.
Yeah.
And we all been telling them, hey, when this thing gonna quit over here? You gotta call Washington, D.C., that's what they say.
So we did. U.S. Customs and Border Protection told us their agents don't have authority to stop people from coming through gaps like this one, and can only arrest them after they've entered illegally. As for closing that gap, they said it is on their priority list, but would require money from Congress.
So you telling me don't nobody have any money to put a pole or some rocks or just extend it a little? The fence just need one more pole right there.
Something.
So
barbed wire.
You gotta call Congress. Hey Congress, we have illegal immigrants in the country. Oh, okay, we ain't got the money. Figure it out. Oh, also Border Patrol, don't stop them from coming in. Oh, well, we don't know who these people are.
Oh my goodness.
You know, no, it's fine.
And so on a
where are my taxes going?
On another scale, it just shows like something else, something deeper is going on, because
bye America.
Yeah. Like with the guy saying that he was warning the migrants not to tear up his land or whatever, and he fired the gun in the air, and
they arrested
him
on his own property.
It's like Americans are being scrutinized and arrested for actions that may be, I don't know,
to protect themselves.
Minute.
But
or
then they
whatever.
Confiscated his gun.
Yeah.
So if somebody attacks him, then how can he protect himself? Oh, right. we don't care.
This is crazy.
You figure it out. Call Congress.
Because
say for instance,
like they arresting people out here for a broken tail light. You getting arrested for a broken tail light or headlight.
You get a ticket. You
getting tickets for that stuff.
No, wait a minute. There was this kid. He overslept for jury duty. The judge arrested him. He came in, he apologized. The judge arrested him and sent him to prison for 10 days. And he's on probation. We'll do that story next.
Like, how is this happening?
And
how are Americans, we're getting caught up in stupid shit like that while people are coming into the country illegally.
No, we don't care about that, but the judge was saying how important jury duty was. Now, this kid, he was a kid. He works, then he volunteers, and then he did like another volunteer to help underprivileged kids. But he did all that, and he had like a scholarship to school, but he was working so he can pay for tuition. Right. So he overslept and he was tired. And they arrested him. They arrested him. And you could tell he was really remorseful.
That is crazy.
And the judge was so harsh on him. He was like, jury duty is so important. And I'm just like, you have got to be kidding me.
You know what's crazy? If Donald Trump was in office, this would not be going down.
People gonna be mad at you.
He said it. He said it back in 2020 or whatever. He was talking about build the wall. And when he was talking when he was talking shit about how he was like, the illegals, they're just coming into the country. I went down to the border. I seen it. And everybody was like, yeah, whatever. Shut up.
Let me tell you.
You're laughing. Now we see this shit. We see it with our own eyes. This is crazy.
You know, I have to be the one to admit I was wrong. Because I was like,
this is bizarre.
I had no idea it was like this. But he knew. He knew
what was going on. Yeah.
And then he knew it would get worse. And then people were like, well, there's other ways of getting into this country. And my concern, because I didn't think it was going to be this bad, but that's why I'm not running for president. But I was like, we have other concerns, but you can be concerned about more than one thing. And to be concerned about American citizens should be
priority.
Priority.
That should be the top priority
and
for the government.
I admit I was wrong because I was like, a wall, like, because I was like, we have border control, and I thought, you know, people were entering on car and, you know, like at the border and stuff. I didn't know. And that's just being, you know, ignorant. Like,
it was just walking into the country.
Walking in, la-da-da.
Yeah,
like, welcome to America. They might as well put a sign out like Las Vegas.
Right.
Like, welcome to America.
Yeah, that is crazy.
You know? So
guys, leave your thoughts down below in the comment section. We'd love to continue this conversation. Let us know what you think about this and what's going on. As always, like, share, and subscribe. We'll see y'all next time. Take care. Peace. That is wild, man.